And welcome back. Now, please be advised though that this is actually my rant, even though we're actually doing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix as Sora alone in a solo match. Now, I do apologize once again though, this is actually a rant, but this is my rant. If you don't feel like actually watching my rant, or hearing my rant, you're more than welcome to just mute it and just watch the whole thing of how to do it as Sora. If you're waiting for the side quest boss and you don't want to go through my rant or actually go through this trial, you're going to have to wait until I get to the side quest boss fight. So, my other rants, I did mention though that work is always such a pain in the butt. How every single time though, I'm trying to work enough to actually move out of the house. And also, from change.org, I'm still trying to help out though as much as I can for people who have been arrested unfairly by ICE, by donations, and how women don't get their respects because men treat them like crap. And yeah, that's actually kind of true. Because men occasionally these days, there are a total jerks though that they don't even care about Earth. I've seen it countless over and over and over. Heck, this is another good rant I don't like though. You know how so much though, whenever you're always at work though, no, apparently you're like a good citizen. You're like a good worker, you always work at restaurants, you work at nice clothing stores, when suddenly jackass people actually wear inappropriate clothing. All out in public. That should be against the law, but no, they don't put that against the law. I can't tell you how many times I've seen shirts, lots of them, giving out middle fingers and shirts that say inappropriate words and shirts though that have inappropriate things. And people are okay with this? No, that's not acceptable. Anybody who actually makes these kind of shirts deserve to go to jail. That should be against the law, but people don't give a damn. Because, oh, it's the internet's fault. We'll do whatever we want, man. It's cool to make more money, man, to make something inappropriate, man, and people like buying that, man. My God, it's not fair, though, it's kind of not fair. These guys do not have their shirts removed or be burnt, though, for something inappropriate. There are kids all over the world looking at stuff, though, they shouldn't. There are kids, though, that need to keep their educational safe and innocence safe. But instead, people don't give a damn. They just want money. Which I find it very, very offensive, though. I've seen people, ghettos, they always wear middle finger shirts. Actually, no, we're actually getting into the Cloud and Squall. Oh, great, I'm actually getting into one of those metaphors once again. That's how many times you always work at a store, or at a restaurant, or a quick shop, or a quick place, you have kids in your area. How many times have you seen ghettos and people wearing inappropriate shirts, wearing a shirt that gives the middle finger? Or that shirts that puts a lot of cuss words in it? How many have you seen those? That should have been illegal. That should at least put the creator who made this disgusting shirt go to jail. It's not even against the law. No, it's clearly BS. And there should be a law to where you're wearing that shirt out in public, you have to wear it only at home. You're not supposed to wear that in public. And I don't mind if it's the Rick and Morty, but at least don't put in the freaking middle shirt, the middle finger for Rick and Morty. That's not okay. This is actually becoming a terrible economy.
Come on, give me your best shot.
I mean, I'm supposed to at least respect it though that, yeah, you have your rights for freedom, but you're under law. You're in a law restrictions order. And if you're going to do this, though, you have to go to prison. You're the one who's breaking the law here for wearing something inappropriate. Wow, that actually made a lot more sense. So now, I have to make sure, apparently, I hope I get the message, though, that from change.org, that Noria is not executed. And I had a hashtag right onto my other video of my complaint of why I try to do something good for once, all of a sudden though I don't get something nice in return. Like, if the change.org thing does not save Nora from the execution, then the people who actually made that stupid law should be punished. They're the ones who deserve to be punished. It's a lousy, good-for-nothing BS government, though, that you killed somebody just because for self-defense, just because the guy you're about to marry rapes you. That's stupid. I mean, if I actually had my self-defense, though, I would actually hide myself, and guess what? I would have to kill the government and tell them, your government is the most stupidest government of them all. You have no right to do that. We have our right for self-defense. You ought to know better. And if she dies, no, she gets executed because she was having her life for self-defense. Your government's a piece of shit. And I don't respect that. I'm keeping the hashtag, by the way. And if they come after me, they're dead. And trust me, I have some respect for some Muslims, because my boss was a good Muslim. I respect her a lot. And some of us, we have some Muslims in our area too, and there are some who are really, really nice people. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault though. No, it's their government's fault. That's totally stupid. My kind of other rants though, I have to deal with though a lot. I mean, I can actually respect Grandma and Grandpa to actually finally go Laredo, which is very good because they really need to go take a break from my older sister's kids. So now they're at Laredo. It's already Saturday. It's getting close to Memorial Day. I gotta pay my respects for Memorial Day, and it's very important. If I don't let my grandparents go see their mom and dad from their graves, though, then what kind of grandson would I be? Oh yeah. I would end up like of course, they'll compare me to like my older sister, who they think though I'm a lousy mother. And yet, once again, they're not my kids. They're my older sister's kid. For some time, I have to make sure though that I have to do whatever I can, and I mean whatever I can, to move out of the house. And every time I see the change.org thing, yes, I'm going to keep donating here because I want some good karma in return. But instead, though, for doing a lot of Let's Plays, and a lot of it, though, you know the worst occasion is for doing an LP, though? Not only a claim dispute, which is kind of annoying, but every single time I do an LP, though, we had a vote. Only Mario Party 6 and Mario Party 4 got the biggest views. Not Metroid Prime, not Kingdom Hearts. Both of those are my only LPs for the time being. And I put a lot of effort though to do this. I'm not Super Gaming Bros. I'm not Johnny. And yet I worked my best though to actually do these very good LPs because some of you guys who were in these kind of groups though actually voted for it, but you don't want to view it. That's sort of not fair. Like, I'll view your videos. Yeah, I'll actually watch your videos because you convinced me to do it. But instead, you do not want to watch my videos for my hard work. So it's like, really? So I get to watch your videos in an agreement deal, but you don't want to watch mine. Actually, this is a pretty good agreement. This is actually a pretty good example for watching this, for watching Hades. Yeah, apparently I would have made like a pretty good deal that if you let me watch your videos, you need to watch my videos. And if you don't watch my videos, though, for my hard work I did, put a lot of effort to put an LP like this, for making a fool out of myself, and you just make me forced to watch your videos over and over, I'm not going to watch your videos anymore. I might unsubscribe you. I might unfriend you, because you're taking advantage of me, and that's not fair. And I put a lot of effort in all this to actually get this LP going. So that's clearly not fair. I feel as though that every single time though I have to do these important LPs though, I get no respect whatsoever for doing a really good LP. And yet for some occasion, every time it's always Mario Party this or Mario Party that, people are going to expecting the one coin shenanigans. And you know how much though I have to go through a lot for the Mario Party, and yet I don't have much people around me to do pretty good LPs for a Mario Party or Mario series games. Like, we need something a bit more unique, something good, something that tells the world, hey, we are the new LPers though. We're not jackasses for a living, and yet all these people, they're always doing it for fame and glory. You need to stop it. I can't tell you how many times, though, I've seen this countless, over and over and over and over. Kids getting on YouTube a lot, not knowing, though, that there are sometimes adults on YouTube, and yet when they're watching an LP going on, that's like, oh, Markiplier, which is good, Jax, Spectos, Bijou, yeah, actually I watched some of the videos. And occasionally, these kind of guys, they cuss. And kids are okay with this? No, parents are okay with this? I don't actually like it. Every time parents always let their kids watch the videos. And guess what? These kids are gonna cuss. And that's not okay. That means though they're gonna be bad parents though, and our economy is gonna have to die. So don't do that whatsoever. Don't let your kids go on YouTube all the time. Don't let your kids watch bad stuff. Ever. Otherwise, it's not the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault. That become irresponsible for not watching their kids. They become irresponsible to not know what the difference between a good and a bad video is, because nobody thinks about the kids. The only time when the cell phone era comes around, people start thinking about cell phones more. That's stupid. Don't do that. You have to use cell phones only for emergencies. And oh my god, this is actually a pretty good metaphor for occasionally me against Hades, whereas a diamond agreement. Another example of it though, that agreement though, that if I don't beat you though, then apparently everyone's gonna have to go with cell phones. And if I do beat you, you gotta stop using the dang cell phones all the time, because that's not acceptable. I'm pretty sure everyone likes to meme a lot. It's really annoying. Also though, if you manage to beat Hades, you get Ripple Drive. And I believe that's I have not tried these before, but I'll show off in the video how to demonstrate them for powerful techniques like them. Of course though, I have to deal with this and that over and over and over, even in real life though. And apparently though, people usually see me like a normal worker, and sometimes they'll see me as a bad worker. However, I'm always trying to do my best here to try and benefit, to keep their job alive, to try and finish up the job, to try and get every table done. But what's not fair though, is that I usually have to do some of their work though, and don't get much thank you, or because though they can't learn to handle it themselves. It makes the job a lot harder. And plus, when it comes to jobs though, teamwork has to be very important. And there's no teamwork, job dies. I swear, occasionally when I go to work though, it's servers always caring about is tips every time. And us bus employees, we don't get tips. No, we rarely get tips. And it's a drag. Most of us though, we'd rather finish our work though and get paid fair. So for now though, I gotta make sure though I not only finish up the LP, but also I gotta make sure though that I do some game design working going, some game docs. Oh, and finally get the job done. Also, apparently this experiment was kind of a total fail. So apparently if you do manage to actually get the spell correct, all three, nothing happens. It doesn't work on the Coliseum, it has to work outside, so what a waste.